Hello friends, this is Sam and today is Saturday and I am back with the new video for you. So today what we are going to do is we will develop our first project in TIBCO Business Works 6.x. Now what is the problem scenario? Look at the board. So there is Enterprise Application 1 which is CRM, and there is another Enterprise Application 2 which is nothing but billing application, and there is a communication gap between them. So what is the communication gap? CRM generates its output in order.txt file in g:\data folder. Just assume that g:\data folder. Now this file contains all letters in lowercase letters. Okay, and Enterprise Application 2 billing application, what it want this file as input.txt in d:\billing folder. So let us assume that d:\billing folder is already there and this billing application want its file in input.txt. But what is the data format? Data format is like all letters should be capital. So here is a communication gap. So what we want to do, we want to develop our BW project over here. Okay, so BW project will be sitting between these two applications, and what your project will do, it will pick up the file from g:\data folder, do the transformation. So what is the transformation here? Convert that into uppercase letters, and after doing that transformation it will put that file in Enterprise Application 2 requirement as per Enterprise Application 2 requirements in d:\billing folder. Okay, so let's get started. First thing, let us start our Business Studio. So let me start the Business Studio. So this is practical video. So if you want, you can listen it thoroughly in first round, and in second round just parallelly you try the practical. So along with video you just listen the part and you just do it on your machine. So let me start the studio. So studio is the environment in which I will design my project and I will test my project. So let's see. I hope you are feeling excited to develop your first integration project in bw6. Okay, great. So this is the Business Studio. Now first thing to do is that let us create the project. So I go to this Project Explorer, right click and say New Business Works Application Module. So I will create Business Works Application Module. I will give some name to that. Let's say CRM to billing transformation. So that's what CRM to billing, that's what is the name for my project. Then I save it. I am okay with all the defaults. I say finish. So it will create the empty process. If you accepted all the defaults, it will create the empty process in the project. Let's see what's happening. Yes, so you can see that CRM to billing application is created and there is a processes folder, inside that CRM to billing package, and inside that package there will be process created. So let's get into this process. Let me do one thing. Let me close the unnecessary stuff which is already open on my machine. So let me close this, and this is what my CRM to billing process. Okay, so that is empty process. Okay, so let us decide our logic, what we are planning to do. Let me see whether my folders are already there. So on g:, I do have a data folder already. Here I don't have d: really, Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me change the problem definition little bit because I don't have D colon. So let's assume it is C colon. Okay, let me make it proper. So it is nothing but C colon billing input.txt. So let me see whether on C colon there is a billing folder available or not. We will only upload the file. So availability of the folder, it is assumption. So folder is there. Okay. Now let me see on my data folder, do I have, let us assume that CRM system already generated order.txt. So let me create order.txt manually. So I'm assuming here that this is already there. Okay. So maybe that order.txt is already there. That's why it is creating like this. Let me see, order.txt is there. Okay. And this is what the content inside order.txt. So let us assume CRM system already generated this order.txt file. So you got it. So this order.txt is already ready with this. Now let us decide about the BW logic. Whatever project you are going to develop, let us decide the logic about that. So my logic is, I will read the order.txt file, I will copy the content, I will transform that content into uppercase letters, and that I will write into the new file input.txt. So reading a file will be the first thing, doing the transformation will be the second thing, and writing that to the input.txt will be the third thing. So these three things will be there in this project. Let me jot it down. So first thing, I want to read the input file. So that will be reading a file. I want to do the transformation, which is conversion from lowercase letter to uppercase letter. Then finally, I will write this transformed content to the new file input.txt. So let me design my process. So my process, let me take some starter activity. So your process should contain starter activity always. So let me take some starter activity. Let me go to palette library, general activities, and there I will get one timer activity. So click on that and leave it here. So timer is my starter activity. Then what is the activity? Any guess? If I want to read a file, what activity I will use? So naturally it is related to file. So I'll go to file palette and there I'll see different activities. So I can see that there is a read file. So let me take that read file here. And transformation, we will see that what we will do in the transformation, but let's see in the write file, I will be requiring writing the file. So let me take write file, and to complete the process, let me take end activity as well. So go to the basic activities palette and take end activity. So exit activity. So I'm taking that exit activity, connect all these activities with some transitions. So this write file to exit, okay. Then let me configure now read file. So which file I want to read? So let us give the path of that file fully in the read file. So go to properties of read file, and there I can configure the file name. So have a look. Either you can configure it on input tab here, or you can configure it on general tab here. So let me configure it here. So I do have a browse button, and I will browse my file g:data order.txt. So order.txt. So this is the file which I want to read. So you can see I configured that particular file. Then it is read as the text. That's absolutely fine. Just observe the output. So in output, I can see that I will get all file info, and I'll get the file content also. So if you look at the file content structure, it contains one text content which contains whatever you are reading from the file. That content will be loaded in this text content variable. So if I look at this variable at the runtime, it will contains the whole details of this order.txt file. So what is the activity? What is the purpose of read file activity? It will load the content of file in the string variable text content, and that string variable is a part of file content structure. So I am referring it on output tab. So that's great. So my read file is file. So read file looks okay. Then I go to write file. So in which file I want to write? So let me configure that. On the general tab, let me again, here you cannot browse because file is not ready, right? So let me give that C:billing. So let me do one thing. Let me copy this and I'll change. So C:, then the folder name is billing, and the file which I want to generate is input.txt. Okay, I'm okay if the file is getting overwritten. I don't want to append to the previous content. So if the file is not already there, it will be created, and if file is there, it will be overwritten. So that is what the behavior of write file, and I'm okay with that. That's fine. So let me save it. Now still there is a red mark because I configured in which file I want to write, but I have not configured what content I want to write. So what I want to write to this output file, that will be whatever I read from the read file. So let me go to the input tab of write file, and there in this text content I need to give something. So if I hardcode something, this is hard-coded text. So it will write this hard-coded text basically inside the file. I don't want that. What I want is, I want the content which I read from the input file, that I want to write it here. So where I will get that? So if you look at this left hand side panel, you will get the read file activity. What does it mean? You can assign the output of these activities to input of write file. So let me open the read file. Let me open file content, and you can see this text content will hold the whole content of the input file. So let me just drag it and drop it here. Okay, so what I'm doing, whatever I am reading, that I am writing to the output file. Let me save it, and you can see this red mark will go now. So there is no compilation error. Okay, so what we have done basically, we have just implemented reading a file, and we have just implemented writing a file, but still this second is remaining, which is transformation, which is converting lowercase into uppercase letter. Okay, so let me see whether how to do that basically. So here I need to use XPath function to convert this content into uppercase. Right now it is in lowercase. So right now what is happening? Whatever the content we are picking up from the input file, we are writing that content as it is to the output file. We are not converting that to the uppercase, right? So what I do, I will use XPath function. So let me go to the functions tab, and here I will have some string function, and there is a uppercase function over here. This one, let me drag it and put it here. Okay, so some mess happened. Let me just go back. So I just press Ctrl Z, and this uppercase has to be placed here. Now it is fine. So uppercase will enclose the text content. That's fine. Let me save it. And now let me run the project. There is no compilation error. Just verify on the problems tab. There is no compilation error. Okay, so I think this is from different project. This is not from this project. Okay, so don't worry about these warnings. these are not for this project. These are for different other projects which are already open. Okay, or let me show you. Let me close other project. So I'm pressing Control and closing other projects, and then I will save that. You will see that everything will be go away on the problem tab. So let me close the project. Right click, close project. So of course in your case that will not happen because you will not have other projects open. So let me do that. Let me close the project. Close the project. Close it. So let me see if any other project is open. This project is open, which is my this two. One is application and another is project. So this I need. I don't need this. So let me close it. Let me close this. Cool. Just wanted to show you that that problems tab will not have any error, any warning. So if another projects are not open, otherwise the errors from another project also will be visible there. So let me just, so I conduct the training, that's why I create so many dummy projects, so many experimenting projects, so that's why they are open. So let me close it. I hope nothing is open now. This mapper issue demo is open. Let me close it. Let me close by selecting multiple project. So all of them are closed. Now I can see that all other projects are closed. Can you see that on the problems tab? Now there is not a single warning. Perfect. So that's what I wanted to show you. Now let us run this project. So go to run menu and go to debug configuration. So it's always good to run the project in the debug mode so that you will able to see detailed set of errors on the console. So that is selected, and let me go to debug. So on console you will able to see it is running. Let's wait. So these errors are not nothing to do with your project, so no problem. It will show you the message BW application running. Yeah, started BW application. That means your application executed. So you can see that on the business work job, you will see the job is actually executed, and you can see the whole process is executed, right? Let us check the output, whether I do have the output file created in C:billing folder. Yes, I do have output file created with capital letter. Okay, so this is how we developed our first project, which convert the lowercase file which is incoming from the enterprise application 1 to uppercase file which is required by enterprise application 2. So this is how TIBCO Business works, bridges the communication gap. So thanks for watching, friends. If you like this video, then like this by clicking the thumbs up icon, and if you want to get my further videos, then don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon, so that whenever I upload any new video, then you will get that. Generally on every Saturday I upload the new video in every channel. Thanks a lot, and see you in the next video.